Right, we're back. Another episode of Your Relationship Sucks. Exclamation point. Oh, look at that. It's double exclamation. That's 2 fingers on the left hand there. Big time. Good stuff here. Welcome into the video podcast, the actual podcast, whatever you're on. Please, subscribe or do all this. I don't know. We're not very good at this.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
If listening to a podcast
is
your thing, we're on Anchor and Spotify, and we're expanding to others. So
Apple, all the stuff, probably. I don't know. Who knows? The internet
if you don't want to watch us,
stuff, whatever.
Support us there, please.
Yeah, that's fine. So hit us up. We appreciate it. All that stuff. All the things that all the other professional people do, we're trying to do that as well.
We are very much professionals now.
So we're back. We got another question. Again, I haven't seen any of these. I don't know what's going on. We're breaking down relationship questions just off the top of my head. Whatever I hear, whatever my reaction is, You're here. You're going to help us out. You got a good question for us. So let's get into it. What is initial reactions? Hit me with the question. What do you got?
My fiance said he has a feeling I am cheating on him is like the title.
Okay. My initial reaction is you're probably giving him a reason to feel that way. That's my initial reaction.
Okay. We'll see. My fiance just told me over text he has a feeling I'm cheating on him. I swear I'm not. I asked, what have I done to give him that feeling? And he said nothing. It was just a feeling he had.
Oh, shit. That's awesome. All right. I was wrong on this one. I was wrong. Is that it? Is that the whole question? Like, that's it? That's the whole question.
There's more, but I wanted that pregnant pause for you to digest.
Well, I was definitely wrong. My initial reaction,
your initial
definitely
reaction.
100% wrong. Dynamite logic by that guy, though. Just dynamite logic.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you just go with it. Like, just fucking lean into that shit. Dynamite logic.
Yeah, most people listen for the great relationship advice that you provide. I'm here to soak up every moment you are wrong. So let's move on though. So now I don't know what to do. I tried to call, but he didn't answer. I feel this is definitely not something to discuss over text. I reassured him that I love him and listed off some reasons why I love him and things that I do that show I don't cheat. I don't want to keep proving my innocence because that will make me look suspicious.
Hold on. Just think about it. I don't care about the rest of this question. I genuinely want to dig into this particular point. I don't even care. I literally don't even want to answer this lady's question anymore. All I want to know is what could you possibly say that proves you're not cheating on another person? Like, what is that? Like, let's make this episode for the cheaters out there to give them some advice on how to get away with that shit, because I genuinely want to know, how do you prove to another person, here are the things I do that show you that I am not cheating on you? What do you think that is? Like, what do you think is on that list of things?
Telling someone where they are going, like even if they're
doesn't
lying,
prove a goddamn thing. Doesn't prove anything.
No, but like, what are some?
I'm saying what? No, I'm saying what?
I've never cheated. I don't even.
First of all, don't come at me with like, oh, I'm better than everybody. I've never cheated. All right,
I'm not. I don't know. I don't even.
Okay, not everybody is as perfect as you. Okay, but Lord. This is my point, right? This is my point. Think about that. Like, think about what this lady said. Just think about it. People out there who listen, think about it. What could she have possibly thought? Like, I'm gonna type these next 7 syllables into this text. I'm gonna go fucking T9. I'm gonna go old school. I'm gonna go fucking T9 and tap that shit out letter by letter with no predictive text to prove to you that I am not cheating on you. How fucking insane do you have to be? This is what I'm talking about. This lady at the ready. It turns out I was right. I was 100% right. At the ready, this lady literally typed a message and said, I'm about to list for you a number of reasons why to prove that I am not cheating on you. number one. I don't have any idea what that is. But even typing one on there is separate. She said she put multiple things. She had a list of things that proved she did not cheat on this guy.
I mean, my
only people who
belief
cheat.
Is that
Only people who cheat
are not things
only
that you
people
would
who
find
cheat. Only people who cheat would have a list like that, or think that a list like that would work. Only people who cheat would think that a list like that would work. That doesn't. You can't think of an example. I can't think of an example. I would be shocked if anybody could think of an example that actually proved that you weren't cheating. Think about that. If you were cheating, you would say, here's my fucking time card with where exactly I've been, and here's my GPS coordinates. Think about that shit. She has that shit at the ready. This guy says something to her, and immediately she goes, here is the history of what I've been doing that proves that I am not cheating on you. This lady definitely cheated on him 100%. That's more than anything what gave him the feeling, I guarantee it. That's fucking insane. That's insane. That's fucking bananas for anybody to be like, here's a list of reasons why you know. You're arguing against fucking nothing. Literally nothing. Like, this is an insane person who's like, I don't know, just kind of felt like it. This is the shit where, like, girls wake up in the middle of the night, right? And I don't know if guys do this at all. Honestly, like, I don't know. I've only ever heard it coming from, like, dudes with girlfriends, right? And every fucking time, girls wake up, right? And it's the cliche thing, where they wake up and they're like, oh, well, Dream You did this, right? You're like, so you're fucking mad at me for some shit that went on in your head? Like, what does that? Doesn't make any sense. You're like, well, but I didn't do it. And they're like, well, but you could have. And I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, you could fucking shot me last night too, but like, that doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you could have gotten a better job, but you didn't. You know what I mean? Like, all that shit. And so, like, that's the thing that I don't understand is this lady's arguing against that type of logic. Like, that's what I, when like the best way to handle that, for all the dudes out there who are listening to this, like the best way to handle, hey, Dream You, I don't know, fucking I slapped a baby last night or whatever you did. Who knows what you did in the dream, but like whatever it was you did, the best defense for that is, yeah, no, that guy's a real dick, right? Just say that. Just agree with it. Say that guy's a dick, and then give her a hug, and that's it. Like, that's what you do, right? That's the best way to deal with that type of shit because it's fucking insane. You're arguing against literally nothing. This is another person's imagination that you're arguing against. And I defy any man to tell me that they have successfly argued against Dream You. Because you don't stand a chance. It's illogical what happens in dreams, right? Like, they don't know what happens in dreams, but this group, they're just telling you shit. So what I'm saying is, it's an irrational argument to begin with. You can't win an irrational argument. You literally cannot win an irrational argument with logic. You can't do it, by definition. And so this guy just says, just out of the blue, he's like, I don't know, just felt like you were cheating. And immediately you were like, here's how I prove that I don't. What? That's a fucking irrational thing that he said to you. That's a fucking irrational thing. He said just gibberish to you. Like, he just straight up just jibber jab right in your fucking face. Probably to fire you up. I don't know. Maybe he thinks it like gets you hot to like argue or something like that. And you were calm and cool. And you were like, here's my fucking list in order of the things that will prove that I'm not cheating on you. What the fuck are you talking about? Why are you doing this? First of all, stop giving it any credence that it's a real fucking argument. It's not. And secondly, who has that list? Nobody has that list. That's not a real fucking list. It's not a list that actually exists. So to think, but again, like, she is so strong in this argument of saying very specifically, and then I gave him a list of things that prove, like, she's certain of herself. She is certain that she proved that she didn't cheat. No, you didn't. You made him even more suspicious. You actually gave him cause. You literally gave him cause. What the fuck were you thinking? You're a fucking cheater. That's what I'm telling you. This is why he thought you cheated in the first place. Oh my God. What the fuck is happening? I don't know. I literally don't get it. I don't understand. Like, I fundamentally don't understand what this lady is talking about. I don't get how she can say this shit and then just be like, oh, but I'm the one being rational. No, you're not. You're not being rational. You can't prove a negative. You literally can't prove a negative. And you're saying, I didn't cheat, but I proved it. No, you didn't. That's a fucking negative. You can't fucking prove it. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is happening right now?
My goodness.
Jesus Christ. All right, what's the rest of the question? What's this lady's question? I don't even remember what happened in this other than this lady's a fucking bananas. She's just on a fucking spaceship somewhere.
I have a stomach ache from this and feel like I have done something wrong, and I haven't.
You definitely did something wrong. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh my God. All right. Look. Let me
What do
try
I
and
do
calm
is her
down.
question.
What do
But,
you
you
do?
know,
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Let me tell you the
I
first thing
know.
you do.
I'm
You
like a
stop
little
doing dumb shit.
afraid.
You stop doing dumb shit. Okay? Stop fucking arguing with people who are irrational. Right? Like don't go to an insane asylum and try to talk sense into people. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't make it. There's a reason that they're in padded walls. You know, like something is wrong. They don't see the world the same way. This is the problem that I have with people, right? If somebody is arguing from a place of irrationality, like fundamental irrationality, which just saying, I don't know, I have a feeling. I just felt like you were cheating. That's so fucking irrational with zero base in any sort of logic whatsoever. You giving any credence to that is what's wrong with the world, right? Like, this is my thing, right? Like, people will argue, like, they'll have arguments and they'll be like, well, this guy said this. And I go, okay, I mean, that's fine. But, like, the great thing about America, until in theory, right, we, like, ultimately end up in, like, some fucking Orwellian 1984 thought police type situation, is that you can say whatever the fuck you want. Right? Like, you can just say anything you want. That doesn't mean I have to fucking say anything back to you. Like, I also have the right to not say a goddamn thing to you. When somebody says something that is so irrational that there is no semblance of logic in what they say, the best thing to do is to fucking ignore them. Don't talk to them. Do not give them any sort of belief that they have any legitimate claim to a reasonable conversation about that. It's not that fucking difficult. This is what I'm saying. People get so fired up, somebody will say something, and it's completely out of fucking left field, right? And this happens in all facets of life, like literally everything. I'm talking like any relationship you have, right? Because life is relationships, all that stuff. That's why we're doing this. And people talk about, like, here is what's happening. I'm going to say something completely out of fucking left field. And then one fucking person, one dick is going to respond and say, that's wrong. Which by definition gives fucking credence to what that asshole just said. Just gives credence. If you just fucking ignore them, they'll go away. Collectively, we just shun them from society, right? Just fucking scarlet letter their ass. Stop talking to them, and eventually they won't have anybody to fucking talk back to. So what you did wrong is that you tried to argue with a fucking maniac, okay? You tried to argue with a fucking maniac. And then you tried to argue, and then the way you argued, you thought you proved your point, even though you sounded more insane than he did. Like, at least his thing, at least he's like, he didn't even say, like, I had a feeling, and then I proved it. He was just like, I don't know, I had a feeling. Like, that's completely logical. You know what I mean? Like, it's irrational, but that's completely logical, right? He's just like, I don't know, I had a good feeling. That fucking whatever. I don't know what to tell you. That's completely logical. Like, this dude had a feeling, and he went with it, right? You then just made up a bunch of facts that didn't prove anything. Like, you were just like, here's some objective facts that aren't objective facts, or at least aren't objective facts in the way you thought they were, right? You were like, well, my hair is brown. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but that doesn't prove that you didn't fucking cheat on it, you know? You're like, well, my name is Cindy, And I'm like, okay, yeah, but that still doesn't prove that you didn't fucking cheat. You can't prove a fucking negative. So you gave credence to him, number one. You did something wrong, number one. You absolutely did. I'm not saying it's the worst thing you could have done. I'm not saying it's a travesty, but you fucking gave credence to him. You should have told him, I don't really care what your fucking thoughts were. I'm not going to respond to this. Tell him that. I don't care. Just say it. Like, I'm not going to respond to that asinine statement that you just made. Say asinine. Great. Call him out. Tell him it's fucking preposterous what he just said. I don't care what you do. And then to literally think, like, the mistake that you made was to get up on your fucking high horse after you said some dumb shit and said, like, look how fucking logical and awesome and cool I am and how fucking smart I am by proving this right, by proving myself right, when you didn't do that in the first place. You did not prove yourself right. You didn't prove him wrong. You didn't prove the negative. Yeah. You just said a bunch of shit, and now he thinks even more that you cheated on him. So your mistake was to even give in to that, okay? If you're in a relationship and your partner just says some really stupid shit, tell them that was stupid shit to say. Just say it. Just say it. That was really stupid. Go take a time out. We can talk in a while, okay? That's it. Like, literally say that to your partner. Because you are the reason, or you are part of the reason, that people are having these dumbass conversations in real life, right? And again, I'm not trying to bash on you. Like, I'm not trying to bash on this lady for, like, you know, she's a piece of shit or anything. Like, obviously, she's not a piece of shit. What I'm saying is, this is a very small microcosm of what is actually wrong in the world, which is people just start trying to argue with people who are fucking irrational and who are saying dumb shit. Don't fucking respond. It's not that hard. Just don't fucking respond. Just don't respond. Tell him, I'm not going to respond to that. That's an asinine thing to say. I'm not going to respond to it. I don't care. He'll deal with it. He'll fucking deal with it. Tell him to figure his shit out. Okay? But that's the problem I have. You did do something wrong, so don't sit here and think you did do something wrong. You did do something wrong. It wasn't malicious. You didn't do it on purpose. All those things. But look at your actions. Look at what happened. And then consider what that means for you going forward. That's all I'm saying. Consider what that means for you going forward. Change your behavior going forward. Because if you're going to keep doing this shit, you're going to keep getting into these problems. And by the way, if the guy had this feeling, again, I'm not saying he did it on purpose. I'm not saying any of those things. What I'm saying is it doesn't sound like the communication between the two of you is real great. Honestly, like, it just doesn't.
Yeah.
My guess is he's probably misconstrued something that you have said or done, and he's got something in his head, and so he's misconstruing that. And so you need to ask him about that.
I think the dream thing was such a great example because for whatever reason about like your partner, like I'm known for the dream thing. I think that there's other things that happen like that aren't just dream world things. You know, like, oh, I don't like the way that you looked at that waitress. That means you're having an affair with your coworker. You know, people have irrational thoughts all the time. To him, this could have almost been like a play. Like, I'm not saying it is, but like a playful, like, I just have this weird feeling right now, like this anxiety that I have right now.
Absolutely. Maybe he wanted to
You
have
know,
sex.
like, I don't know why. I have
anxiety
anxiety about this. And then she went ham on it. And he's like, I didn't really have anxiety about this. And now I do, to your point.
Yep.
I didn't pick up on that right away. And now that's all I see.
It's literally, I mean, again, this shit is not rocket science. Like, people don't come to me because I'm like a fucking genius. People come to me because I just see exactly what people say, and I just tell them, because that's the thing, right? Everybody says stuff. Everybody asks these questions. They all talk. They all do these things. And then they try to read into them, right? They try to read. That's the mistake. That's the mistake you're making. What we do here on this show, what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to communicate to people, what I'm trying to help people, how you're trying to help people, is to say, this is what is actually happening. Forget whatever bullshit you made up in your head. Forget whatever you want this to mean. I'm telling you, this is what it means, and this is how you get past it. That's what we're doing on this show. That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, this is what she said. This is what happened. You know, and everybody's going to say, again, I guarantee everybody looks at that stuff and they're like, well, she didn't do anything wrong. Yes, she did. She did do something wrong. I'm not saying she was malicious. I'm not saying it was a bad thing necessarily, but I'm saying she did do something wrong. Right?
Yeah, she got carried away. Her fiance told her about something that he was feeling unsettled by, and she got carried away about how anxious it was making her feel. And instead of, he sent this and for whatever reason didn't respond, and she just let that take over everything instead of waiting for him to tell her why. And I mean, yes, he did say like, no reason, whatever, but like, sometimes it is just like a weird feeling. I don't know. I have random anxiety about this, you know, and instead of waiting till they could talk about it in person, she wanted to make herself feel better, which is a big theme that comes along is we do really bad things or, you know, bad things, really. We do bad things, shit we don't want to do when we want to make ourselves feel better in the immediate future.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. This lady is,
you know, if you just, if half the time, if you give it 5 minutes, you don't hate yourself as much in 30 minutes is all I'm saying.
Don't fucking respond. I don't know.
Yeah.
Put them on fucking red. I don't care. Like, just don't fucking respond. This shit ain't rocket science, guys. This shit is not rocket science. It's not that difficult to just stop being stupid, okay? It's really not that hard.
I mean, if you're worried, you know, and the thing too is like, I'm thinking in my head, if I can't say I wouldn't go on and do that, get carried away with that feeling of anxiety about it.
No, you are 1000% this lady. Like, you and this lady are one peas in a pod.
totally,
fucking peas in a pod. 100%.
Yeah. My point is that if he's just coming at you about thinking you cheated and not letting it go, and there's no reason, and you're just like, whatever, I didn't do it, that's your problem, and he breaks up with you, that's not someone it's not going to work out in the long run, and he just did you a favor, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, you dodged the bullet. But now you didn't fucking dodge the bullet because you decided, oh, look, yay, there's a fucking bullet train coming at me. Let me stand directly on the fucking tracks like an idiot, right?
Yeah.
Again, not that hard. This shit is simple. Just listen to this advice. It's very easy. Just stop being dumb. Stop doing dumb stuff. Stop letting other people do dumb stuff. That's it. That's the whole story. Just stop letting other people do dumb things. Don't let people get away with dumb things. That's the key. That's the takeaway. Tell him he's a fucking idiot. That's it. All right, I think we did it. We helped her out. Helped this lady.
We did.
We are, man, we're trucking. We're trucking. I'm feeling good. I'm liking this. I'm enjoying it. I hope other people are enjoying it. Again, you know, if you're watching the video, you know, please like or whatever. I don't know whatever you're supposed to do. Like, do all the stuff. We appreciate it.
Yeah, like, comment. We're really not picky how you choose to support us. We also support us on the podcast.
We got podcasts, yep.
Send us advice to our Reddit, which is Your Relationship Sucks, but it's Relationship Sucks. Or email info.yourrelationshipsucks@gmail.com.
That's right. A lot of ways to get in touch, apparently.
We're pretty thirsty about it, honestly.
Yeah, you know, whatever. Hit us up, all those things.
I have no shame, but I've never had any shame in that area, so.
Accurate. All right, so, yeah, hit us up. We'd love to hear from people. But, again, thank you very much for people who are watching, supporting, or whatever. We do appreciate it. Otherwise, we'll see everybody next time. We'll be back so I can yell at somebody else and just
my favorite.
I'm
just glad it's not me, you know? I just don't want to be the person doing the dumb shit.
Yeah, well, not this time.